Everyone tells you to retire somewhere cheap. Move to Florida, they say. Go to Arizona, chase the sun and the low taxes. But here's what they're not telling you. The cheapest states to retire in America aren't always the best deal. In fact, some of them will drain your savings faster than the expensive ones, just in ways you won't see coming until you're already there. We're talking about places where your rent is half the national average, but your health insurance costs 71% more. States where you can buy a house for $200,000, but the nearest decent hospital is an hour away. The thing is, retirement isn't just about finding the lowest cost of living index. It's about finding places where your money actually protects you, where affordable doesn't mean vulnerable. So we're ranking the top 10 affordable states to retire in 2025, but we're doing it the right way. We're looking at the real numbers, what it actually costs to live there annually, which states shield your Social Security from taxes, where housing is genuinely cheap versus just advertised that way, and, most importantly, which places have the healthcare infrastructure to keep you healthy without bankrupting you, because 45% of households over 60 can't cover basic expenses. And if you pick wrong, you become part of that statistic. South Dakota doesn't show up on most people's radar when they think retirement paradise. No beaches. Winters that'll test your resolve. But here's why it's sitting at number 1. It's the only state on this list that proves you don't have to choose between affordable and safe. The cost of living index sits at 92.2. Competitive, not the absolute cheapest, but low enough to matter. And then there's the tax situation, 0 state income tax. None. Every dollar you pull from your 401k, your IRA, your pension, it's yours. No state taking a cut. For someone living on fixed income, that's not just savings, that's security. But what actually separates South Dakota is the healthcare. It earned an A grade, 92.9 out of 100, for senior medical outcomes and access. We're talking superior elder care availability, high ratios of nurse practitioners and Medicare providers, low death rates for strokes and heart disease. Most affordable states trade low costs for terrible healthcare. South Dakota just doesn't make that trade. You pay slightly more to live there, and in return, you get infrastructure that actually works when you need it. That's the whole game. Texas gives you something most affordable states can't: the Sun Belt lifestyle without the Sun Belt price tag. At least not everywhere. 0 income tax. Just like South Dakota. Your retirement income stays untouched, but Texas adds warm winters, diverse cities, and a healthcare system that earned a B grade. That's rare in this price range. The cost of living index is 92.7, so you're spending a bit more than the Deep South states, but the trade-off is worth it. Houston, San Antonio, even Phoenix, all 3 landed in the top 10 housing markets for seniors. You've got options. Metropolitan areas with actual amenities, medical centers, you're not isolated. Now, property taxes in Texas can be high. The state has to fund itself somehow without income tax. But if you're strategic about where you settle, the housing markets inside those cities offer enough flexibility that you can find something that works. And for retirees coming from states that tax pensions and Social Security, the income tax savings wipe out the property tax increase. You're still ahead. Mississippi is the king of one very specific thing: immediate financial relief for renters. The state has a regional price parity for housing rents of 54.9. That's the lowest in the entire United States. Translation: rental costs are less than half the national average. If you're living month to month on a fixed income and rent is eating you alive, Mississippi will cut that expense in half overnight. The state is also very tax-friendly. Social Security is exempt. Pensions are exempt. All retirement income is protected, so you're keeping more of your money and you're spending way less on housing. For someone in a cash crunch, that combination is unbeatable. Here's the catch: Mississippi has the worst senior healthcare outcomes in the country, F grade. Highest rates of chronic disease, severe access issues in rural areas, low life expectancy. This is a state where the financial savings are real, but they only work if you're healthy, or if you've got robust private insurance that can cover the gaps the state system can't. It's extreme affordability with extreme risk. You have to know what you're signing up for. Georgia offers something a lot of retirees want: Southern charm, mild winters, and a tax structure that doesn't punish you for being retired. The state is very tax-friendly. Social Security is fully exempt. Pensions get substantial deductions. The cost of living index is 91.3, below the national average, but not rock bottom. The climate alone pulls people here. January highs around 57 degrees. You're not dealing with brutal winters, and you're not dealing with the full intensity of deep south summer humidity. It's livable year-round, and it's a popular destination, which means the infrastructure, roads, airports, services, is built to handle retirees. You're not pioneering. The problem is healthcare access. Georgia earned a D grade for senior healthcare, and the access score was extremely low, 14.3. That means connecting with providers, getting appointments, finding specialists. It's all harder than it should be. If you're planning to age in Georgia, you need to be near one of the major metro areas where the healthcare concentration is higher. Go rural, and you're rolling the dice. Missouri just became a lot more interesting. In 2024, the state completely eliminated its tax on Social Security benefits. That's not a phase-in. That's immediate cash flow improvement for anyone on fixed income. And with an estimated annual retirement cost of $61,211, Missouri is genuinely affordable. The Ozarks run through the state, so if you're into natural beauty, outdoor recreation, scenic small towns, it's all here. You've got a mix of bigger cities like Kansas City and St. Louis, plus quieter communities where housing costs drop even further. It's flexible depending on what kind of retirement you want. Healthcare is a D grade, same as Georgia. That's the consistent trade-off with affordable states, but the tax reform makes Missouri an emerging market. If you were already considering it, the Social Security exemption just tipped the scales. And if you're healthy enough to manage the healthcare limitations, the financial upside is immediate. Kentucky is the home buyer's dream on this list. Median home price, $212,088. The national median is over $300,000. You're saving close to $100,000 just on the purchase, and the state exempts Social Security from taxes, plus offers additional deductions on retirement income. You've got Lexington and Louisville if you want city life, but the real appeal is the small towns and rural areas where that median price drops even further. Horse country, rolling hills, a slower pace. It's the kind of place people picture when they think about retirement, but assume they can't afford. Turns out you can, if you're willing to land in Kentucky instead of the coasts. The healthcare grade is a D. That's consistent across most of these affordable states. If you're buying in Kentucky, make sure you're near a hospital or a medical center. The state has good metro infrastructure, but rural healthcare access can be spotty. The housing savings are real, but only if you're strategic about location within the state. Arkansas has the lowest median home price on this entire list, $208,078. If you want to own outright, downsize, or just lock in housing costs without taking on a massive mortgage, Arkansas gives you the best shot. And for renters, senior apartments in places like Hot Springs average $658 a month. The national average is $1,320. You're paying half. The state is tax-friendly for Social Security recipients, and the natural amenities are legitimately appealing. Hot Springs itself is a destination. Outdoor recreation, state parks, lakes. It's built for retirees who want access to nature without paying resort prices. But here's where Arkansas stumbles. It has one of the highest violent crime rates in the United States. And the healthcare grade is a D. Those two factors, safety and medical access, drag down what would otherwise be a straightforward financial win. If you're considering Arkansas, do your research on specific towns. Crime rates vary wildly depending on where you land, and proximity to healthcare infrastructure matters more here than in other states. West Virginia has the lowest estimated annual retirement cost in the entire country, $58,190. That's less than half what you'd spend in Hawaii, and the state is set to fully exempt Social Security taxes by 2026. So, the financial picture gets even better. Here's the surprise. West Virginia is the 9th safest state to retire in low crime, peaceful communities, a sense of security that most affordable states can't match. If safety is your top priority, West Virginia delivers, but the healthcare situation is a disaster. F grade for senior healthcare quality, and worse, it has the highest healthcare cost score in the nation. Health insurance premiums are 71% higher than the national average, so you're saving money on cost of living. But if you get sick, those savings evaporate instantly. West Virginia only works if you can self-fund healthcare through private insurance, or if you're healthy enough to avoid major medical expenses. The low cost of living isn't a gift, it's a trade-off. Oklahoma has strong financial metrics. Annual retirement cost, $59,995. Median home price, $245,900. Social Security is exempt. On paper, it's a solid choice, but the risks stack up fast. F grade for senior healthcare, high violent crime rates. You're getting affordability, but you're also getting two major quality of life problems that most retirees can't ignore. If you're young, healthy, and willing to manage those risks, Oklahoma might work. But for the average retiree looking for stability and security, the combination of poor healthcare and elevated crime makes it a tough sell. Alabama closes out the list with an annual retirement cost of $61,176 and affordable housing across the state. Social Security is exempt, so your fixed income is protected. The Deep South affordability is real. But Alabama is the second worst state in the country for senior healthcare F grade. High rates of chronic disease, low life expectancy, access issues that mirror Mississippi's problems. The financial savings are there, but the healthcare infrastructure isn't. If you're moving to Alabama, you need to be near a major medical center, Birmingham, Huntsville, Mobile. Somewhere with hospitals and specialists. Go rural, and you're taking a significant gamble on your health. The cheapest state to retire in isn't the best state to retire in. That's the lesson here. You can find places where the cost of living is absurdly low, where rent is half the national average, where you can buy a house for $200,000. But if the healthcare infrastructure is broken, if crime rates are high, if insurance premiums eat up your savings, you're not actually saving money, you're just deferring the cost. The states that win are the ones that balance affordability with infrastructure. South Dakota, Texas, even Missouri after the tax reform. They cost slightly more up front, but they protect you long term. That's the real affordability. Not the lowest number on paper, but the lowest total cost over 20 years of retirement. Pick the state that keeps you healthy and safe, not just the one that keeps your rent low.